1, 2, 3. Whenever it was spotted, the vulture would immediately flap its wings and imitate the crowing of a rooster. Its disguise was so convincing that even the farmer couldn't tell. This is how the vulture stayed on the farm. It would lure the hens with insects, then devour them whole. It would also lure the hens into corners with flowers, then devour them with relish. The vulture grew bolder, even eating chickens right in front of the farmer without hesitation. Day after day, it devoured the chickens until it grew ridiculously fat. But it didn't mind, if anything, it made it look even more like a chicken. However, its size made it slow, and sometimes it couldn't even catch a single chicken. The farmer finally noticed the chickens were shrinking and grew suspicious. He pulled the vulture aside, placed a large bowl of feed in front of it, and motioned for it to eat. The vulture stared at the chicken feed with disgust, but to keep it secret, it forced itself to imagine it was chicken and devoured it voraciously. To its surprise, the feed tasted even better than meat. From that day on, the vulture began competing with the other chickens for feed. Gradually, it began to resemble the chickens. One morning, while it was sleeping, the farmer suddenly caught it. Thinking it was time for another meal, the vulture looked into its food bowl, only to find it empty. Nearby lay a row of knives. A bloody feather drifted by, and the vulture immediately realized something was wrong. It rushed out of the room, only to find the entire flock of chickens had been slaughtered. Terrified, it tried to flee, but the chickens seemed to block its path. The farmer stood nearby, axe raised, slowly approaching. The vulture tried to squeeze through the fence, but his obese body got stuck. Then he woke up. It had all been a dream. The vulture looked around at the familiar farmhouse, an exact replica of the one in his nightmare. He decided to leave. But when he tried to fly, his wings would no longer support him. Just then, another vulture landed beside him. He was overjoyed to see his old friend, but the vulture didn't recognize him. No matter how hard he tried to prove his identity, his old friend opened his claws and attacked.